And now for the last piece of the puzzle here. Get some of my energy juice in me. All right. Let's fucking go!
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm a boomer. I think I'm a zoomer. I think I'm a doomer. Damn, I'm like a zoomer. Okay. EGGWHITE coming with the heat.
I stay fooling with my
Welcome to the Grillcast, the only podcast in the whole entire world dedicated to radical centrism. I am your host, Orion. Joining me as always is Micah. What is up, buddy?
Yes, I'm here once again to join you in fighting the forces of evil in this world, the Wingcucks.
The villainous Wingcucks, they never stop. And we are here to defend radical centrism and you, my Grillas, from them today. And, to start off on that, I want to talk about how I can help better defend you. And it's by being a better role model. Okay, someone that you can look up to in all aspects of life and say, "That's my daddy. I want to be that guy. That guy. He's literally me." And I guess I'll just start off by talking about a problem that many of our fans, many people, they've gone to considerable lengths to point this out to me over and over again. Always, it's my weight problem. My grill is my weight. Okay, we all know that I'm a man of considerable girth. We know this to be true. I'm a big boy. I'm ripped, and I have some extra pounds on me too. And I really had a wake up call, a come to Jesus moment, being sent messages of, you're very large, you're very fat, you're a fat guy, and I thought about it, I mulled it over, and I'm proud to announce to you, my grillas, that I will be doing everything I can to fix this problem. I want to thank everyone who reached out to me. I'm going to shift from regular average American obesity into morbid obesity.
You're forsaking the Alex Jones body type, Orion.
No, he's definitely joined the ranks of the morbidly obese yet still ripped guy.
Okay.
That, if anything, I'm going more towards the Alex Jones body type because I've done some soul searching. I've evaluated the facts and the logic, and I came to a conclusion.
Okay.
Fat
pill me.
Because
I am not currently fat pilled.
No, you're not. And I'm gonna lay it down for you. I'm gonna bring you all on board with me onto this ship here. Have you ever noticed, guys go to the gym, they start working out. We've all seen this. They start taking their health into consideration, and before you know it, they literally follow on Instagram like half naked men. Because they have huge quads, right? Because they're ripped. Oh, we're bodybuilders. We're training and getting yoked. And this is somehow seen as the highest peak of man, this fitness that they gain.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what they put into their bodies to achieve it, the steroids, all that stuff. It's seen as respectable. But how is that respectable, but not being a morbidly obese Chad? Not being a fatmaxxer, okay? If you're going to be a fatmaxxer, it takes I'm going to put this out here. People aren't going to like it. It takes just as much work as being a bodybuilder to be a fatmaxxer. To be a really, really morbidly obese man. Like, people say, "Oh, no, dude, all you have to do is, eat a bunch of food, man. Oh, that's easy." Really? Really? That's easy? That's just so simple?
I'll give you that, I see the equivocation you're making, right? Like the gym bro, right? He goes to the gym a couple times a week, and he has rest days because when you're building muscle, you literally have to take days off to allow those muscles to heal and develop. With fatmaxxing, the grind actually never ends, okay? It's daily meal planning, daily trips to McDonald's, okay? Cooking around the clock, maximizing your calories, shoving your, snacks, in between meals. You're constantly having to think about the nutritional value of everything that you're putting into your body to contribute to that weight gain.
Right. It's not as easy as everyone makes it out to
also,
be.
All the money. It's way more expensive. You have to be way more you have to make way more money to fatmaxx.
Because these mass chads, they're not even going to McDonald's themselves. Like they can't get out of their chair or their couch without a fucking crane that the taxpayers pay for. They do DoorDash. They're stimulating the economy by doing this.
This is
Okay?
true.
They're eating 10,000 calorie meals at a time. 10,000 calories? Go try it. If you think it's so easy to be a mass Chad, really go to fucking town. Finish up a 10,000 calorie meal. No, that's not going to happen, bud. You're not even going to make it halfway. You're going to puss out. You're going to waste. These people don't waste. They use everything. They're like Native Americans. They use every part of the McDonald's family meal. And it's because they have a respect for the animal, okay? These people of size, these POSs, they crush it and they go back for seconds. They'll crush 10,000 calories. They'll go back for seconds, Mike. Is it not body training to stretch your stomach beyond the limits known to man a mere 100 years ago?
Yeah.
Dude, it's a feat. It's a feat of human advancement and accomplishment. It's an achievement to be like this. And beyond that, even beyond the trials and tribulations that they go through to reach their hefty size, being a super fatoid, it's based. It's cool. Everywhere you go, every place you go, they have to conform to your imposing needs. Like, everybody has to make their life about making you happy and making you okay. Like, you're going on a plane? Oh, I'm going to go on a plane. And all my fat rolls are going to take up all the armrests. You can rest it on top of my left man boob if you would like. I might swallow your arm with my encumbering mass. Sorry, lank cuck. Don't like it? Should have picked a better seat. You lost the lottery there picking your seat. You going to a grocery store? I'm a fatoid going to the grocery store. And I'm going to take up the whole goddamn aisle with my store-provided scooter. I'm going to take up the whole aisle. I'm going to be directly in your way.
The base rascal user versus the virgin cart pusher.
Exactly. They dominate the roads. It's like a pickup truck for the supermarket. And then you run over a child because you get distracted by like a new flavor of Twinkies or whatever. You go, oh, that looks good. Ba-bump, ba-bump. Some toddlers under there, and it's the kid's fault. The parents, they're irresponsible. They should have been watching their kids.
Well, we're also, we're entering a new kind of time period in terms of what is and isn't acceptable in society and what is considered beautiful, and we all know that in this day and age, fat is beautiful. Fat is the new beauty standard, and basically anybody who is going against that grain is coping in a way that just is completely unnecessary. I feel like they need to. I mean, look, like all these gym bros and Stacy's, who go to the gym for social media clout, and nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. People make fun of them for their grind. People make fun of them for recording themselves for clout. But the minute you post a picture of yourself and your fat rolls and your inability to see your penis, and people, they will praise you up and down, and tell you how beautiful you are and tell you how valid you are. And, you don't have to, it just is what it is. This is the society that we now inhabit, and to deny this and to, hang on to old standards of beauty is just to forsake the truth, because the truth is formed by, what everybody comes to a consensus on. We know this.
Right. It's the new cultural standard that we've come to. And, maybe you can be like, no, the times are shifting, but I won't go with it. I don't like this. Oh, what happened to the old days? Well, I'm sorry, buddy, but Victoria's Secret isn't lying, okay? All these beauty companies aren't lying. These runways that have the drag queens and the trannies and the fat women, those are our new supermodels, and that's just the culture we live in. Who are you? Who are you to say that it's wrong? That it's wrong. Now, I will give the addendum there that I only respect morbidly obese men, because that's cool. Morbidly obese women, like these brat pogs. Dude, can you imagine, like, You bring one of these bitches home from Tinder, and instead of being worried that they're gonna like steal your money or steal your weed, you're like watching your fridge door. You have to put a padlock on it. Like
Yeah.
that's not a life that any man should lead.
You're applying a safety harness, onto her and attaching it to your ceiling before she gets on top of you.
I don't even know that you let her on top of you. I think well, I have such hulking mass myself that I could never be crushed. But look, I'm getting horny here. We need to
Yeah.
move on from but
The takeaway is that fat is fat with a pH.
yeah, with the pH. Like, dude, okay, how base would it be? Like, you're literally such an imposition to everybody. Taxpayers, the taxpayer has to shell out all their money because you're on disability and you're on Medicare. They're paying all this money for specifically you to have a crane lift you off your couch so that they can transport you in a horse trailer to a fucking horse farm because the scale at the doctor, it's not big enough. It's not enough to weigh you. You have to go to a farm to be weighed for your medical needs, and it's being paid for by everyone else, and you're just there like, yup, fuck you. That's how it is. Like that's kingly behavior.
It is.
That's kingly behavior, and that's what I'm trying to lay down here. I hope that I've enlightened the Gorillas to the benefits of being a morbidly obese mass Chad, and yeah, I guess that's where I am there. But how do I segue?
There's no
into
good
Steven Crowder?
segue. There's no good segue.
I may be fat, but at least I'm not gay. Like our friend Steven Crowder. See, I made it work, sort of. I can't believe that this is happening, my Grillas. I can't believe this. It wasn't on my 2023 bingo card. That I'm going to defend. Like, if you told me 6 months ago, Ryan, you're gonna
Stefan, I can't smoke a cigar without my lung collapsing. Crowder.
No way, really?
You don't remember that happening?
That happened?
Yeah, that happened.
Fuck that guy. Okay. But I need to defend him. Because he's been taking a licking there, folks. He's been taking a licking. And I never thought that this would happen. Because he's a cringe wing cuck, right? But we here at the Grillcast, we're a fair and balanced show. And our motto is, we always put the truth first.
Indeed.
We always put the truth first. So I have no choice. My hands are bound. Okay, my hands are tied. And for those who don't know, who aren't caught up on the recent going-ons with Steven Crowder, somehow, not following his every move, he's recently announced that he and his hepkin epic-based trad wife, they're divorcing. They're packing it up. They're calling it quits. It's over for Crowder's cells. And to make matters worse, his wife recently leaked a video of him being a big ol' meanie head to her while she was 8 months pregnant. A ring of video from their house. Him being a big ol' meanie head. And this resulted in a barrage of tweets and comments that disavowed this Canadian cuckold. And I went to look at it so I could mock him and deride him and call him a faggot. But what I found watching this video was a man being falsely accused of malfeasance, of being a bad husband, of being dishonest about his approach to his relationship. So I thought to myself, let's lay it out for us Grillas today. Let's dissect this so-called abusive behavior that he's been accused of.
Because I drew a boundary.
Is that a fucking
You just
pit bull?
did it. I drew a boundary in abusive and cruel. You were not taking the car.
Yeah, he has a shit bull.
Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
There's no groceries. I'd be happy.
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request, but I'll go do it.
Okay, so it starts off this video. Of course, it's in the middle of the argument. There's no context for the initial confrontation that led to this. Surely it's not the wife's fault. There's no reason that she left that out when she leaked it to some retard with a Substack. But it starts off with Crowder doing everything he can to not allow his wife to drive his car. Okay?
Okay.
Can you blame this man? Would you want your wife to drive your car? He's a wealthy guy. He has
Never
lots
mind
of
the
money.
fact
It's
that she's, you know, she could pop at any second.
Yeah, she could get afterbirth all in there. You gross. You know,
Stinky.
pop the water. Stinky. And look, the thing's nice. He's a wealthy man. It's probably a really nice car. He doesn't want her to fucking scratch the paint because she doesn't know how to park. It's totally reasonable. This is a man who just wants to grill, for God's sake, and not have a fucking panic attack because his car is in grave danger. Like, he just gets to sit there waiting, wondering, oh God, how's that cunt gonna fuck up my car this time? I'm sure it's not the first time. So I want to continue this. Nothing so bad yet. Like, it's a little contentious. Like, I wouldn't want to be hanging around for this conversation. But abusive? It's not reached that threshold yet. Let's see where it goes from here.
No, you're not taking the car.
Steven,
You're not taking the car.
Steven,
You are not
then I
taking
will ask them to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
Oh, that's right.
It's not a threat, Steven.
Get an Uber.
Are you threatening me?
Okay, Steven, I can't.
Feeling some constraints?
Oh my gosh, I
Steven.
can't.
Like, I can't
Steven.
go. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
No. Okay. No, that doesn't work either. And this is a part of the video that really drives it home to me that this isn't his fault at all. Like, listen to the way that he's talking right now.
Yeah.
I can't see my friends. I can't go to the gym. That doesn't work either. Hillary Crowder, you dumb bitch, if you're listening to this, I got news for you. Newsflash. You married a gay man. You married a gay man. He's legitimately a homosexual. And anybody with an IQ above room temperature could figure that out. That doesn't work either. Are you telling me I was able to figure it out hearing that one sentence? I heard that one sentence and I'm like, oh yeah, that guy, he's gay. And somehow it just flies above her head for years. She has never noticed that he's gay. He is a gay man.
I'm pretty
and
sure
nobody hates women more than a gay man.
it took her like 8 years, I'm thinking, to get him to put a child in her, which, I mean, you know, I think of back in the day, I mean, there are tons of gay men producing kids at a faster rate than that. So he's on another level.
He is really super seriously gay. And look, she knew. Let's get real here. It's time to wake up and face reality.
First of all, he's a Canadian.
Sign one.
Sign one.
The gayest country in the world. He's a Canadian.
Red flag, quite literally.
Like, she's literally his beard. She knew. She knew he was a booty blaster the minute she met him. These women, they have a knack for understanding these subtle signs. But you know what he did is he promised to make her his lay epic trad wife. His lay epic trad. Well, guess what, bitch? You signed up for this. You wanted to be the fucking epic trad wife, and this is what trad is. Time to face reality. You're getting verbally abused by a closeted gay man because he hasn't been to the fucking bathhouse in a week, and he hates you. He hates you, and you knew it.
I mean, that's really all it was back in the day and today, for wherever this situation somehow still exists in the 21st first fucking century, is you're just gonna be a maid. You're literally just a maid to a gay man.
If you're lucky. If you're lucky, you're a bang maid, but no, you're just a regular maid. He doesn't want anything to do with you. And that's what you signed up for, because you thought it was going to be you in a fucking sundress in a field, you know, doing cottagecore shit. But guess what, bitch? That's a mirage. That's a marketing ploy sold to you by advertisers. Oh, I thought being the epic trad wife meant I'd bake things and not have to have a job. No, it means you're a gay man's verbal punching bag. That's what it is, and you should know that. You're an adult. Get real. All right, let's continue.
Oh, you want to go pick up the groceries? Better start walking. Better.
The only way out of this.
The only way out of this.
It's the only way out of it, or we're at an impasse.
We are at an impasse.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline or respect.
Yeah.
There you go. You throw your hand. You give up so easily.
I don't give up, Steven.
Steven? You give up so easily. I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. And you said, then we're at an impasse.
Steven, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Steven, your abuse is sick. You're abused.
Watch it.
It's sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just stop engaging for a little bit.
Okay, and that's where all the moralizers they all convene to roundly call Crowder some sort of abuser. Okay, she starts off with like, "Oh, I love you," which is manipulative right out the bat. "I love you, but actually your abuse is sick." She calls him an abuser, and
that's pretty. That line followed up with you're sick and abusive is actually pretty par for the course.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a manipulation thing, right? And he's being called an abuser for not letting his fat wife go wreck his car. And what does he say back? What is the abuse that he administers to this bitch? He says, "Watch it."
It's just one of those like inexplicable behaviors, like when I forget which episode it was, but we were like covering the women who like went on the dinner date with their rapists. like what is this? Like you hear that sort of thing said and you're like, then what are you doing? What?
Yeah.
Why are you here?
No, but we need to have all the sympathy in the world for her because she needs to be protected and coddled. But you know what? She's lucky that it ends there. She wants to be the trad wife, She wants to be heckin' trad and wholesome. And back in the day, newsflash, you'd get a fucking pimp hand for talking back like that. Not watch it. Not being told, "Hey, calm down a little bit. That's a little too far." She wants to have her cake and eat it too. She wants to be the heckin' wholesome trad wife, and also not recognize that they aren't equals.
Yeah,
he's her god now. Well, it's the life she chose.
Well, no, that's exactly the point. That's part of the trad wife contract. Is like, this isn't what did you think this was going to be? Did you think you were going to be on some level of parity? Have you ever read the Bible?
No, because what it is to them is that they get to post cottagecore pictures and make their high school friends jealous that they have to have a job and she doesn't.
But that's what she means Hyperborean meme, like. Yeah, I don't see how like this wasn't something that she would have foreseen.
No, she knew what it was.
I can't believe the thing I signed up for is what it is.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm not being respected. It's like, no, that's what you wanted. That's what you wanted. You wanted all the positives and you wanted none of the negatives, and that's not how life works. And that's why you get to leak it out.
I mean, poor Steven's got to be so confused. He's like, I thought you knew. Like, what is this? I thought
you were going to perform your wifely duties.
Yeah.
And that you knew if you didn't, that you would incur my gay man wrath.
Like, at this point, I mean, I don't know what type of prenuptial agreements were made, but I mean, if I was Steven, I'd consider suing.
He really should. He really should, because he's been damaged contractually here. They had an agreement that she won't hold up to. And this last part of the video will show that she doesn't perform her heckin' wholesome trad wife duties.
Okay, I love you. I love you very much.
There it is again.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it. You go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right. We're at an impasse. Become someone.
He's gay. He doesn't want your love. He wants your fucking labor.
Worthy. A wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife. Hillary, come on now.
I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to engage anymore. I'm going to go. I'll text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Oh, God.
Cool.
Shut up.
Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
I wonder if that's the cigar that popped his
lung. Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you, I'm committed to you. Walk the dogs, put on some gloves. Walk the dogs, put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm gonna just
walk the dogs, put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
Oh my God. This schlubby Canadian homosexual just verbatim told you that he does not love you and basically is accusing you of being lazy.
Yeah.
And you're
And
just
what's her
like,
response? I love you. I'm committed to you. He doesn't want your love. That's not what he wants. He wants you to go walk the fucking dog, bitch. And so to put what you just saw in context, she's refusing to do her wifely duties and walk the fucking dog. And she cites her pregnancy as to why she can't perform this duty. She says the dog is on some sort of medication that's dangerous for pregnant women to handle.
I mean, she's only 8 months pregnant. Let me just remind you, she is only 8 months pregnant. Okay, she's not on the table. Okay, her water's not broken at this point in time, as far as we can tell. The evidence, I guess, we haven't reviewed the entirety of all the evidence surrounding this, but I assume it's not broken. So she should be capable of performing these tasks, these menial tasks.
Right. And that's the thing. All these fucking trad guys, oh, dude, that dog was on medication that was dangerous to the pregnancy. She's 8 months pregnant. You should be serving her hand and foot. You should be doting on her. Does that sound trad to you? Oh, I'm afraid for the child in the womb. Bro, trad wives used to feed their children fucking lead paint chips.
Well,
you want to be
trad? I mean, frankly, there's that, but also, I mean, once the child is out of the womb, the dogs are there to take care of it.
It is a shit bowl. That's true. That child isn't safe. But look, if you want to be trad, you shit out so many kids that it doesn't matter if that kid comes out retarded from the fucking dog medication. You just throw the retard kid in the basement and don't let him go to school. That's what trad is. And that's what annoys me so much about watching all this. It's not even her. She's just being a dumb woman. I have seen it a million times, but watching all the heckin' trad-based conservatives act like this is somehow out of line with what trad values is. Like, do you think some farmer in the 1920s would be like, oh yeah, honey, the horses don't need no feeding, I guess, on account of your pregnancy. Just take it easy. You know, your feet hurt, so I guess all of our livestock are just gonna fucking die. I guess we're gonna die and not survive the winter because your fucking feet hurt because you're pregnant. No, that's not how trad works. They would be fucking working all the time. You know what trad is? It's a fucking African woman walking 50 miles with a jug on her head while she's 8 months pregnant. That's trad. But she doesn't want to be a fucking punching bag. She doesn't want to be trad. She just doesn't want to work.
Yeah. She wants E-Daddy to take care of her.
Yeah, I've said it before, I'm kind of repeating myself, but she just wants to make her old high school classmates jealous. She wants to take nice Instagram pictures of her at a horse ranch being like, look at me, I'm based in trad. She doesn't want to face the reality that she knowingly married a gay man to achieve this dream, and that she doesn't want to deal with the negatives that come with anyone who has sympathy for her. You can't spell sympathy without simp, buddy, because she did this to her goddamn self, and she deserves none of it.
Well, to be fair, a lot of the people, you know, coming down on this whole situation are too wing-cucked to understand the context of Crowder being gay. They're never going to accept that because of his ideology. So that's kind of part of the reason this is all being clouded and obfuscated in the media because they're not ascended like us.
I'm pretty sure he came out as bisexual.
Really?
Yeah, I heard that. I don't know if it's 100% true. I'm going to do
fact checking.
On the fly fact checking here on the Grillcast for the viewer's pleasure. All right, Google, is Steven Crowder a butt pirate?
I'm sorry, I did laugh really hard at that, but my mic was muted.
He says Steven Crowder. Okay,
bisexual
Steven Crowder
phase.
admits to bisexual phase.
Okay,
and fears it will come back. Also fears having children. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well,
I'm sorry if you're a bisexual man, you're a gay man. Is what it comes down
I think,
to. It just likes having a wife to pick up after you.
Be that as it gay, they're still the left would still gatekeep that from him just because of his political positions. So, you know.
That's true. They would invalidate his homosexuality. Only the true centrist Chad can see him for what he truly is. And that's why there's this gathering and respect him for it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's not coming out and saying it directly. I am a gay man using this stupid broad to like clean my stuff and like take my dog out for a walk. He's not outright saying it.
Fairly based.
It is. He's not outright saying it, but he's not being duplicitous either. He's not trying to come across as the straightest guy of all time. Like, any guy that goes, that's not working for me in a fight with his wife, like, that's not a guy who's hiding it.
Yeah.
That's pretty straight up.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll close out with that unless you have any final thoughts on the Steven Crowder subject. But as far as I'm concerned, he's just a gay man being persecuted for trying to, enforce the contract that he put out with this broad.
Yeah, no, it's an unfortunate and misunderstood set of circumstances indeed, and only the truth being brought to light by the radical centrists here on the Grillcast.
The truth will set you free. So everybody, all my grillas, pray for Steven Crowder. He's gonna need it because he's being attacked from all sides for the simple crime of manipulating a woman into thinking he's not gay. So, speaking of how do I segue this one?
Oh, it's over. It's over for Segway cells.
It's over for Segway cells, bro. You know, Steven Crowder's not the only one getting fucked over. The Taliban themselves, the good old Taliban.
Remember them?
Do you remember those guys? The scrappy
Kooky
war dogs
kids.
fighting off the American occupation, the imperialists. Well,
What are they up to?
It turns out they didn't win the war in Afghanistan. Wingcooks from all sides of the aisle. They love to prop up the war in Afghanistan as some sort of proof that war and imperialism are bad. That somehow us Americans fail, and that we lost trillions of dollars in a destitute sandpit halfway across the world. But that's misinformation. Dangerous misinformation, my grillas. And I'm here today to inform you that we in fact emerged victorious. We buck broke the Taliban.
Which was the true mission all along.
That's why we went in
Yeah.
there. We just wanted to buck.
We just wanted to fuck with them. There was no geopolitical interests other than messing with a bunch of. I won't.
Respectfully, Sam.
Respectfully, yes.
And as the Taliban has emerged as a legitimate governing body of Afghanistan after we left, the daily lives of the Taliban member has crumbled. You know, the average Talibanoid,
Yeah.
they once enjoyed endless freedoms. They got to roll around with their boys all day. They had such badass weapons, bro. They had weapons that even us as Americans, the most armed to the teeth people on the planet, we could only dream of possessing these RPGs, these fully automatic AKs. That it's such a privilege that they had. They were given the privilege of serving their God-given duty, fighting the occupiers in glorious jihad.
They were like the rebels in Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. To relate it to pop culture media so that the average American can understand it, they were like the heckin' epic rebels fighting the Empire in glorious jihad. You know, they had breedable goats as far as the eye could see. And, you know, they knew they could die at any moment. Any moment they could die as a man and as a warrior. And now we're here in the year of our Lord Allah 2023. I gotta tell you, it's over for jihad cells. Because I found an article interviewing 5 jihadists who had spent several years of their lives fighting for the Taliban. Several years. I mean, these are hardened individuals who drove the occupiers out. They thought that they were victorious. They thought that they had won, that they had fulfilled the jihad. But I'm going to go ahead and quote the article because they found themselves in a position as a legitimate governing authority that they've become Americans, essentially. They are now Americans. To quote the article, broadly speaking, all of our interviewees preferred their time as fighters in what they considered a jihad. Now, the men find themselves shackled with the bureaucracy of running a country as they work civilian jobs in security positions, spend too much time in traffic and on Twitter, and yearn for the tranquility of village life. We've won, boys. We won. We've buck-broken them. We left them a mess of a country to rebuild, and the cost was their very souls, my grillas. We took from them their souls and their lives in a way that death could not do.
I just imagine...
I want...
Like these Taliban like civil employees now just like sitting in their cubicles doom scrolling like news articles about like all the shit that's being imported like culturally from the West, and they're just like, you know.
No, it's true. It's 100% true. Here's a quote from one guy. Abdul Nafi 25 says, "In our ministry, there's little work for me to do. Therefore, I spend most of my time on Twitter. We're connected to speedy Wi-Fi and internet. Many mujahideen, including me, are addicted to the internet, especially Twitter." We've taken their souls and made them online. They're terminally online.
Yeah.
The Taliban is terminally online, Micah.
Yeah, that's rough. That's quite a transition from being like an Islamic revolutionary to a doom scroller on Twitter.
Yeah. It's inescapable. We've taken their souls. We've captured their very life's essence. They used to roll around with their boys doing cool jihad shit. Now they're just like us. They're gonna get fat.
Yeah,
they're gonna get lazy.
They used to set up IEDs on the road, and now they're stuck in traffic every day.
Yeah, there's another quote here from Oman Mansour, 32. He says, "What I don't like about Kabul is its ever-increasing traffic holdups. These days, you have to go to the office before 8 a.m. and stay there till 4 p.m. If you don't go, you're considered absent, and the wage for that day is cut from your salary."
Dude, they're literally making American work culture small talk.
Yeah, dude, they're standing around the water cooler like, "Oh, look at the weather." That wasn't a good Muslim accent, but
that's okay. You can cut that. It's okay.
I'm not gonna cut it. I want my grillers to see that I too am not a perfect man. That I am fallible. That sometimes my racism isn't 100. I want them to know that even I have things to aspire to, as much as it may confuse and confound them.
You're letting down the online racist community.
I don't want to let them down. They're good people.
They are.
They're good people. We have Husifa, a 24-year-old former sniper. He says, "The Taliban used to be free of restrictions, but now we sit in one place, behind a desk and a computer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Life's become so wearisome. You do the same things every day." Is that a man not buck broken by the American imperial structure? We didn't leave our military behind, but god damn it, we left our culture behind.
Yeah, this is
we left the grind set behind. And these sand fleas don't know how to adapt to it. How many of these people are going to kill themselves because of this? And look, you think it ends there? You think just their work life sucks? Do you think their wives respect them anymore? Their multiple wives that they have? Their harem?
No.
They're not going to have harems anymore. They're going back to one wife who comes back and nags at them when they get home.
They're going to lose. They're going to lose faith in God.
Yeah.
That's ultimately what's going to happen here.
How do you believe in God when you remember how great life was and you're
after you succeed? Yeah, after your jihad, like your literal war on behalf of him succeeds, you're put in this state of monotony and fucking like this soulless existence.
That's a true black pill right there. That's rough. That's tough. You can't handle that and remain a believer. It's such a shift. It's such a shift from what they used to enjoy. I mean, here's Kamran, 27-year-old deputy group commander. You know, he used to run around and shoot at infidels and, you know, enjoy his life on a daily basis. He now says, now when somebody's nominated for a government job, he first asks whether that position has a car or not. We used to live among the people. Many of us have now caged ourselves in our offices and palaces. And when you think of palace, you think of like, you know, some really good shit. No, these people are working from home in an 120-degree hellscape. But they have air conditioner now, I bet. So that's nice, isn't it? No, the heat used to drive them. Their will to drive out the occupier used to drive them. They used to have something to live for, and now they have nothing, and they have to make peace with that.
Yes, they freely roamed they freely roamed the mountainsides and the country and the deserts and the villages, and now they live in the pod.
Now they're confined to the pod, and they're left to realize
they live in
themselves.
the pod. They live in the pod, and they eat the kebab.
And they sit there, they live in the pod, they eat the kebab, and they just have to reconcile the fact that the real jihad was the friends they made along the way.
Yeah, quite so. And so I really hope that on our part, in what we're doing in our Grillhad, I hope that it never truly ends.
Yeah, because we could be just like them one day. It's a cautionary tale for the revolutionaries out there, fighting imperialism off, fighting off the Wingcuck menace. It's something to really know that this could be the end result, cherish the moments that you have, the struggles you go through, cherish them, because one day you may look back on it and say, wow, that was the best time of my fucking life, and I didn't appreciate it while I had it. So take that black pill, chug it down with a beer, go for a drive. My Grillas, thank you for listening to the Grillcast today. We didn't put out a bonus episode last month, so I won't chill the grillcast.gumroad.com, because there's only months of other bonus content there to enjoy. Not one from last month. We'll try and get one up there pretty soon, guys. I'm sorry. I failed you. And now I feel as black-pilled as these former jihadis.
Yeah.
So yeah, peace out, my Grillas.
I'm old as a boomer. My mind said I'm zoomer. Everything cooler, long as I'm not Laura Loomer. If you think I'm not number one, I done spelled that rumor. Hit that victory royale on some motherfucking coochie. Default dance on a bitch. Hit the default dance on a bitch. Floss dance while I'm flossing in the whip. Victory royale when that chopper hit. Self-incrimination, I have no participation. News keep asking, I don't say shit. You can't have my conversation.
Well, all right. Wow.